Hello everybody, this is the King of Pikmin here yet again, and welcome back to my Path to Mortal Kombat 11 series. It's the series where I have a topic I want to talk about. I do it once a week, and it's going to be in regards to Mortal Kombat 11. I give my thoughts on the topic in the video, and then we talk about it in the comments below. So, this is episode 4, and we're going to be talking about guest characters. To start off, I want to talk about console-exclusive guest characters. Now, back on the PS3, we had Kratos for Mortal Kombat 9. We were supposed to get a Gears of War character for 360, but due to complications with Microsoft and stuff, they weren't able to get it done, which is really unfortunate because Gears of War is one of my favorite franchises ever. And that brings me right into my guest character for Mortal Kombat 11 on the Xbox. I want Marcus, it doesn't have to be Marcus, because he's not even my favorite Gears character, but Gears of War 4, Marcus was really cool, so, we were supposed to get him back on the 360, like I mentioned, so it would make sense now to get a Gears character. It may not be Marcus, because they have the new protagonist, they've got JD, it might be him, but Marcus is the OG, and I would just love to see a Gears character in there. Xbox is my console of choice, so that's the one I'd be playing on mostly. And having a Gears character might even be my main character, who knows. Depends on the roster and everything and how sick the Gears character is. But yeah, there's not much more to be said. The Lancer, I love the Lancer. He might have some fatalities with the Nasher and stuff, but I personally would love to see Marcus or another Gears character in the game. Alright, moving on to the PlayStation, I have there's a lot of theories, well not theories, but Ed Boon himself has tweeted Sweet Tooth from the Twisted Metal franchise, which I guess could happen. But my personal choice would be Colonel Raddick from Killzone. I was never the biggest fan of the Killzone games. I didn't own a PlayStation for a long time. And when I did get one, Killzone 3 was out. My brother and I played it and we liked it. But I never really played the previous games. The reason I say Colonel Raddick, though, is because I've always liked the way the Killzone characters look, just aesthetically. And in PlayStation Battle Royale, a game like a Super Smash Bros. Type game with PlayStation characters they did a while back, they had Colonel Raddick in there, and he was pretty sick. And I think he would fit Mortal Kombat. And like I said, I like his outfit. It's pretty sick. He's got the armor and everything. I'm not going to pretend to know a ton about Killzone, but I do know it's a brutal game. So I'm sure they could fit him in there. Yeah, not much more to say about that. He can cloak and use daggers and stuff, and then he has like a sniper rifle. I feel like he would just be cool. I always like the human characters too. Honestly, I wouldn't be too upset about Sweet Tooth, but I don't really like the whole clown persona type thing, so I like the more soldier look of Colonel Raddick. I will also quickly say, for the PlayStation guest character, I chose Colonel Raddick just because we already had Kratos in MK9. I know the most recent God of War, he's practically not even the same character. He's got, he still has the Blades of Chaos, but he's really just super different. And I would honestly love to see Kratos. He would have been my first pick, but like I said, he was in MK9. I feel like it'd be kind of redundant, even though he could have Atreus, help him and stuff. But again, I wanted to go with someone else just because he had his chance in MK9, even if he is so different now. Okay, so now for the big one, boys. We got Nintendo. A lot of people don't know, what to say about the Nintendo guest character because they don't really lend themselves too much to the guest characters, they say. But I have a guest character that would be so perfect, and he's one of my favorite characters of all time. He's on I'm using my Mortal Kombat 11 overlay right now, but on my normal overlay, he's in the top right corner, baby. We're talking about Jack Kamen from Mad World, dude. He's got the chainsaw on his arm. One of the most brutal games out there, dude. He'd fit right in, dude. And it's going to be on Nintendo Switch. We know that. What better character, dude? I'm going to have some footage of him just wrecking fools on screen for you guys so you see what I'm talking about. But dude, he could be so sick that he could have grapple moves, he could slice fools up with the chainsaw, he could headbutt some fools, he could drop kick some fools, smoke a cigarette, flick it in their freaking face. But anyways, I'm getting too hyped. So yeah, Jack came in. The Mad World franchise, like Anarchy Reigns in Mad World, Jack, I love Jack so much. I want him in something else. I want him in Smash Bros. I want him in Mortal Kombat 11. I want him in Halo. I want him in freaking everything. So just put him in everything. But anyways, I would be really happy. All joking aside, I'd just be really happy to see him in Mortal Kombat 11. Now, as far as likelihood goes, probably not very likely. You know what I mean? It's been completely dark on that franchise, so it's not very likely outcome. But as far as Nintendo characters go, he's the first one that comes to mind, and I think he'd fit perfectly. So now what I want to talk about is just all-around guest characters. You know, I will mention they could just throw the Gears of War character on the PC, because the PC never really gets its own exclusive stuff, and it's Microsoft, so they could just toss, you know, one of the Gears characters or whatever Xbox exclusive is on the PC. Now, as far in no particular order, some characters I want to see is Ash Williams from The Evil Dead. I've wanted him in the game for a while, and, you know, I think I'm not the only one. I'm kind of like, the thing about guest characters to me, I love guest characters. Let me just say that right now. But I don't like Mortal Kombat's approach to them, I'll be honest. I don't just like throwing slasher horror characters in there like Jason, Leatherface, or, you know, even Predator or Alien. Like, I just don't really like that. You know, I kind of like Jason, I can take one, but just throwing that many horror characters in one game, like, and if they throw Pennywise and Michael Myers and stuff, like, I don't know, that's just not for me, I guess. But I like the more creative ones that are just not just like straight up slasher villains, you know what I mean? So we have Ash Williams, that'd be a cool one, and if they have Bruce Campbell voice him and everything, that'd be awesome. But and then another character that I'd personally love to see is Judge Dredd. He's another one that I think would fit really well into the game. He'd be kind of like Deadshot, I guess, because he's got like a lot from Injustice 2, because he's got a lot of like ammo types, and he got the high X round, he's got the incendiary rounds, he's got all that. But he is also up close and personal, like fist fighting a lot in the comics and everything, and even in the movie. So I really would love that. I mean, I love the like soldier type characters, and, you know, just the humans. So I'm not gonna get too creative probably by a lot of people's standards, but yeah, I'd just love to see Judge Dredd. I've always been a fan of the character, you know, the justice and punishment and all that. Like, if the Punisher wasn't Marvel, I'd probably put the Punisher on this list, because I freaking love the Punisher too. But I think that about does it, actually. I mean, I didn't do very much planning. I'm sorry. I will say this video might come out late Monday night, maybe even Tuesday morning, unfortunately. I just was really busy with work. I didn't have time to work on the video over the weekend at all, so I didn't even plan out my guest characters. This is kind of off the top of my head. So, bear with me. If there's any guest characters that I missed that I remember, I'll be sure to put it in the comments. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any thoughts on my choices for guest characters, be sure to let me know. And if you have your own guest characters that you'd want to see, please share it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to comment and we can talk about it. So, thank you guys so much for checking in. And I'll see you next week, where we'll have another. Next week, dude, is when the reveal happens. Next week. So we're going to have one more Path to Mortal Kombat 11 before the reveal happens, boys. And, dude, that reveal is going to be mad hype, okay? I can't wait. And then The Punisher, Season 2 on Netflix, I know completely unrelated, comes out the day after. It's going to be a good week for your boy. Man, I'm telling you that right now. But anyways, I'm ranting at the end of the video like always, so thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to tell me what you thought of my guest characters, like I said, and I'll see you guys in the next one.